Revel in your explorations. October 4, 2013. Let us begin with today's message with a question that can be answered in your own time after contemplation. Where is the sacred divine, dear ones? Is the sacred divine alive within common realms? Is it merely in your evolved consciousness, or is it beyond this? Depending on your level of understanding right here and now will determine your answer, and if you ask the same questions tomorrow or in a few weeks, your answers may be different because you have grown. Each day you are given great opportunities to discover more of yourself and of the world around you, unlocking your own divinity each step you take along your own sacred and blessed path. We encourage you to persist with questions that require you to really think hard and be honest with your findings. The more you question what is relevant to your own life, what brings happiness and joy, the more you become aware of and understand. You are intelligent. You are not meant to stick your head in the sand every time a frightening challenge presents itself. We know changes that come from the challenges can be daunting, but each step you take that brings you to the end of that challenge is another step in developing you, bringing more of your true and authentic self to the surface. Please explore boldly with the pure heart and revel in what you discover. What is dull and lifeless to one is vibrant to another. Hope is given and applied each day, and sometimes you are unaware that you are moving within the light of hope in the decisions you make. There are always ladders to climb, levels to reach in order to make it through your day, and thankfully the next rung on your ladders are always within reach. There are times that we are quite aware of that you misunderstand the next rung of your journey, or you become frightened, and the heavy feeling of being incompetent sets in that can sabotage your progression. Remind yourself, dear ones, to embrace the unknown that is before and believe that the steps you are taking are for your highest of good. It is okay to be afraid, but it is also up to you to how long you allow your fear to remain, and if you will allow it to control where you go from where you are. Believe in the steps you are taking. They are more than you going further into the deeper discoveries of yourself. Your steps also bring you into reacquainting yourself with hope, and your relationship with hope is forever moving in continuous motion. At times you may feel you are far away from hope, but the fact that you are still here pushing forward even while taking the smallest of baby steps, tells us hope is still alive. You have just covered it by the fear that has taken over your rational thinking process. Hope provides you with the ability to take positive action in your own life that will bring changes to your spiritual and personal journey. Because you have the ability to apply positive action in all areas of your journey, including your spiritual practices, it is then clearly understood that you are not waiting passively for a being of the divine realm to reach you. You are also doing your part by reaching higher levels of consciousness where engaging in contact is possible and does happen. We encourage you to explore your inner self and discover ways that will raise your current level of consciousness and learn what truly is beyond normal range of consciousness. Normal understanding of consciousness, being aware, is merely being aware of what is around you, from the noises, to the smells, etc. Total awareness or consciousness is beyond this concept. There is no time or common human perception. It is sacred and most honored, and many go through their lives reaching for this state of nirvana. The sacredness of your consciousness is always surrounding you, and this can be difficult for a few dear souls to identify because they are busy looking for physical things that will somehow produce clarity. In order to move beyond, your consciousness clearly demonstrates that you are moving beyond the level and understanding of where your awareness is now. The higher levels of awareness you reach, the purer your connection to the divine realm you are making. All you really need to do, dear ones, is to dynamically reach further, past your normal range of consciousness, then ask at the same time for those of the divine realm to reach to. A joint effort will bring greater success than sitting passively waiting for something to happen. The sacred light of the divine and of God is always within reach. It is simple. With your intent pure with love, God will reach you, and He will ignite your own sacred light that lies within your own spiritual heart, enabling you to demonstrate your own beautiful I Am presence in all you do. Comprehend, dear ones, the fact that consciousness is surrounding you right now and in all directions. In order for you to move beyond your consciousness, you must discover a new direction that will provide you with greater inner understanding and depth of what is profound and equally important. If you struggle with finding a new direction that will expand your consciousness, we suggest you to then focus on your will. Understand, your will is not at all an energy like many among you are beginning to think. Your will is the very center of who you are. It is your will that prompts your decisions. It is your will that initiates any new beginnings and illuminates any new direction. Through your will you are able to understand what it is you are perceiving. Even though your will is at the center of your inner self and all its glorious workings, it still is required to become more refined in order to bring you into newer and more challenging directions that will help to expand your level of consciousness and understanding. Giving focus and attention is probably the easiest part of your will that you can recognize and work on to develop. When you apply disciplined focus to anything you are working on, you are also allowing your awareness to move beyond what you are currently working on physically, and eventually you will discover your own attention and focus can redirect your awareness as you move from object to subject and so forth. You are encouraged to understand, dear ones, that your attention and focus is the primary director of the energies of your awareness. This understanding makes it possible for you to clearly see the relationship between attention and will. Because for the most part you are receptive and mentally active, you are often given many opportunities to explore even deeper spiritual exercises that will provide answers that speak of your spiritual nature, that in subtle cues explain how you have moved beyond your normal range of consciousness. There are so many dear souls among you that are looking for ways to connect to the sacred divine realm and to the beings that inhabit this special place. Accomplishing this feat has always been simple. Connecting through all-consuming prayer or meditation requires complete focus, and through your discipline to focus you become directly receptive to the energy and vibrations that are always present. Partaking in deep silence in order to feel the presence of the divine and the source of all our creation helps to open your heart and allow God to enter and to guide you in the way of the light that forever streams from His beautiful heart. When you are consciously engaging in total prayer or meditation, your entire body, including your heart, mind and soul, are in tune and focused with the purity of your intent that is clear of heavy-filled emotions and feelings. You will determine which way is best for you. Some dear souls prefer a still body, others employ a sacred chant, or they may allow their body to flow to the rhythm of a revered hymn. The methods and ways that are available to work with are unique for each person, and the point is to focus on the way you have chosen and allow the foundations that are underneath all mental thought forms and disciplined stillness to be totally engaged in the awareness of vibration of energy the change of consciousness brings. Your heart, dear ones, will guide you towards the higher consciousness of the sacred divine, and a warming you will feel as you make this reach as your own consciousness absorbs this sacred sharing of energy. This is when your heart, mind and body willingly expands to allow the approach of the sacred divine to come forth, which will in divine right time propel you towards transcending all concepts that you have met. As you begin to make contact with the sacred divine, you will also be able to feel the nearness of the source of your creation, of God. You may find yourself being surrounded suddenly by a cascade of brilliant light, or find your own physical body reacting to the high energies that will envelope you. The energy of God's unwavering light has the ability to penetrate every cell of your sacred body that is alive and well awakened. It is also His light that touches those that have been consciously asleep to wake up, as it is time to nourish their soul with His infinite love and to begin sharing His word of love in each step that is made. As you grow in awareness, in consciousness and in understanding, you also tighten the connection with God and all that His presence encompasses. His nearness, dear ones, will bring healing and liberation where discordant shadows once prevailed. Take the steps towards connecting with the sacredness of the divine and know in your own beautiful heart that God is right there reaching for you. I'm Ascended Master, Serapis Bey, through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com